Hello, everyone. Good to be here. Not even sure that our microphone is working very well, but I think that it is. This is one of my first live affairs. I am going to actually mess around here with the volume to see if this is going on the right way. So bear with me, please, as I look at my settings here. Look at my system here and look at my microphones and things like that. The main thing we're here to talk about, however, is the book that we published. And that book is called On Being Love's Warrior, being the warrior of compassion within. And what we're going to talk about mostly is the philosophy behind it and where it especially focuses on our worldview. What is our worldview? It talks about the worldview being more important even than religion, because you see, our religions are even built on a foundation of our worldview. And so if we have a worldview that doesn't work, if our worldview is tainted, what happens is that we build everything else on the top of that worldview. And everything that we build is also warped and tainted. It's just like building a building. If the foundation is cracked or shriveled or whatever, you have to alter the way you build onto the top of it. That is how it is with our worldview. Our worldview, especially in a ultra capitalist society now, is built on the idea that one has to make a profit. And only by making a profit and proving that one is better than other people does one gather self worth. This causes a lot of problems because, in order to motivate us to gather self worth, we have to first be convinced that we don't have it. And that is where the problem is. We are convinced that we need to be like someone else. We're convinced that we don't have self worth. And in some cases, some people are convinced they do just because of their race or gender or ethnicity, and then they're held accountable to living up to the expectations that they are given. Either way, it takes away our freedom, it takes away our power to make choices, which is the main power that the human beings have on this earth. The power given to the human being so that they might survive and might prosper. The main thing that makes us human is our power to choose, our power to think, our power to weigh things and to make the right decisions and then move towards conclusion in a clear way. When we give up that, we give up our humanity, and so our warrior of compassion lessons are here to teach us to reclaim our humanity and our power to work to improve our own livelihoods and also to work to improve the lives of our communities instead of stacking up a lot of power and prestige for 1% of the people at the top and trying with our best to climb to that top no matter what the cost. And so we'll be going through these chapters one after the other in order to help create the ultimate human being, to bring ourselves back to that beautiful, wonderful person that we were before we were born and entered into this world. And even as we entered, with clear thinking, clear understanding, and being able to use the tools that we have gathered in the society to create peace and love and joy on earth and a happy life for ourselves and the greater family, the larger family, which is every living being on earth. I'm going to just talk a little bit about the exercises at the end of the chapter. The exercises are simple for this first chapter. It is basically just looking at, excuse me, I'm still coughing. Just looking back at some of the exercises and some of the things you read and really looking, seeing what you agreed with strongly. And it's questioning yourself, why do I agree with it? Does it help me? What would it mean if I didn't agree with it? What does it mean for my life as I agree with this? How does it make my life better? How does it make me feel better? And then the same thing is involved in looking at the things that you don't like. Why don't I like these? What type of person would I have to be to like these? How would my life have to change? And it's just going through these things systematically, one at a time, and doing this for 21 days before moving to the next chapter. And the next part is just sitting, meditating, and breathing in and out, bringing your sense of awareness to the area 2 inches below the navel and back, in the center of the body, near the spine, and just breathing air into that part of the body and allowing the whole midsection to spread. And then allowing the lower part of the chest to spread. And then the upper part to fill up, and relaxing the throat and allowing yourself to feel the air filling this whole nasal passage. Breathing in, then exhaling slowly from the nasal passage, from the chest, from the stomach, fully and completely. Pausing, you might even feel a clenching near your perineum down at the bottom. Releasing that again as you inhale. Breathing up to the middle chest, upper chest, and then exhaling slowly again. And now we're going to imagine breathing in a pure white light. You're going all the way down to this area below the navel and circulating in that area. And as we exhale, the light is going to move up to the spine, all the way up to the third eye, and it's going to circulate there. Breathing in, it goes down, circulates, and breathing out, it comes up and circulates. We'll do this for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll move to a step where we're breathing in, circulates, breathing out, and it circulates the third eye. And as you continue to exhale, you move the light out of the body. Third eye. We breathe in, circulate out to the third eye. In and out, 2 to 3 minutes. And then we just go back to normal breathing, sitting, being quiet, feeling that light circulating in with every breath, and going up and out through the third eye with every exhalation. We'll do this for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And each night move on to some more questions. Why do I believe this? How does it help to believe this? What don't I want to change in my life that I think I would have to change if I believe this thing that I don't believe? This way, what we do is we create your power and ability to think cognitively, to think with discipline, and to have a quick mind so you can understand the truth. And so that you vaccinate yourself against the paradigms and the manipulation and the propaganda of the media today. You become a free agent and you return back to the source from which you came. And so with that, we end our live presentation. We thank you for being with us and hope you will join us at our Patreon station. Follow us so that you can help to create living, powerful human beings and make the world a better place. Thank you for being with us. Namaste.